Live from the studios at Brigham Young University, the award-winning 11 News at Noon starts now.
Luck of the Irish. We'll see who fortune favors tonight with the start of the NCAA tournament.
Presidential parade. Who are your candidates? What are their policies? And why should you care? We'll have the rundown coming up.
And Utah's turn. We'll tell you how to make your voice heard in the 2016 election. I'm McCall Mishler.
And I'm Fran Monroe. Welcome to 11 News at Noon. It's finally Utah's turn to get some attention from the presidential candidates.
Our own Super Tuesday is in 4 days, and Utah leaders want to see everyone participate. Utah's caucus day is Tuesday, March 22nd, and for many new voters, the process may seem a little daunting. 11 News reporter Mallory Jesperson is here today to put any of your voting worries at ease. So Mallory, is this as complicated as it seems?
You know, McCall, I'm actually not from here, so the caucus system is really uncharted territory for myself, but trust me, it's not as confusing as you might think. So for all you who aren't political junkies, this is definitely a chance for you to learn and be right smack in the middle of decision making. So Tuesday night, instead of letting some random person make decisions for you, you gotta get in your car and attend your precinct's caucus. So let me break it down for you. The main purpose of these meetings are to simply select delegates from each political party that you'll send to county and state conventions to cast votes for who you believe you want on the ballot for the primary in June. To get in on the voting action and pick who you want to represent. All right, let me show you how this all works. If you don't mind, I'm going to use you guys as an example. So how this process works is if we all go to our caucus meeting, then we all, as registered voters of course, then we all have the opportunity to run to be the delegate for our precinct. So let's say you, McCall, you, Fran, decide you want to run to be the delegate. I have to choose between the two of you who I want to represent me. So let's say I vote for Fran. She wins. She will go to the caucus convention and then vote on behalf of both of us for who she thinks we want to be on the ballot in June.
So does the caucus have anything to do with the candidates?
Yeah, so what's actually really unique about this year's caucus is that voters will actually get the chance to vote for who they think they want to be president.
Got it. Thanks, Mallory.
Some see him as a solution, others a disruption. But no matter what your opinion is of businessman Donald Trump, there is no denying he is the GOP frontrunner in this heated presidential election.
Trump's firm views on controversial issues such as immigration.
These stances and Trump's status as an outsider have earned him the top GOP spot. He already has 673 of the 1,237 delegates needed to secure the nomination. This has a lot of people wondering if Trump is unstoppable.
Trump has had huge voter turnouts, but many Republican leaders do not want him as the nominee and will do anything to stop him.
Trump prides himself on not being a career politician, and voters seem to agree so far. We'll see if this non-establishment candidate can take it all the way.
After Rubio's concession this week, Ted Cruz is now seen as Donald Trump's biggest competition, with 411 delegates. Some see Cruz as a more traditional candidate than Trump, but what actually are his policies?
Ted Cruz is a junior U.S. Senator from Texas, a Harvard Law School graduate, and
Senator Mike Lee ended his neutrality in the race last week and became the first senator to endorse Ted Cruz. He says he believes Cruz is the only Republican who can stop Donald Trump.
John Kasich may be at the bottom of the delegate count, but his campaign is starting to make some strides. 11 News reporter James Peterson has more about the Ohio caucus winner.
John Kasich likes to think of himself as a dark horse, someone that Republicans can get behind towards the end of the GOP candidate race.
The current governor of Ohio began his...
Kasich hopes to continue his campaign's momentum from Tuesday's caucus win by coming to Utah to gather support. Fran?
The Kasich campaign. You can go see and hear him for yourself tomorrow at Utah Valley University, the University of Utah, and Davis High School.
So that wraps it up for the right side of the aisle. Now let's take a look at those who are trying to get the nod at the Democratic nominee.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is the front runner. 11 News reporter Alex Birch explains what this leading lady is all about.
Clinton's main headquarters are in Brooklyn. But Utah's history of being a red state didn't stop the candidate from setting up camp in our very own capital.
she grew up in the White House when her dad was president.
Hillary Clinton has about 1,600 delegate votes, which is a little less than 800 away from securing the nomination. Fran?
Bernie Sanders might be the oldest candidate running for president, but he certainly seems to be generating steam from America's youngest voters. 11 News reporter Kim Anderson is live in the newsroom. Kim, why are so many millennials feeling the burn?
There are a lot of reasons this new generation seems to be rallying behind the Vermont senator, but one of the biggest factors might be his promise to make college free.
BYU students supporting a self-proclaimed democratic socialist.
Along with free college, Sanders plans to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Live in the newsroom, Kim Anderson, 11 News.
So Bernie is really popular with millennials, that's clear, but how's he doing with the other voters?
People don't see him as your average politician because he focuses on issues like what he calls a broken campaign finance system. So this kind of rhetoric really appeals to the middle voters.
Thanks for the update, Kim. Park Friday at 3:30 p.m.
All right, Fran, so I'm wearing my St. Patrick's Day green today with fingers crossed that it fits with the spring weather. What's it looking like?
You're ready. It's green today and maybe yellow for the weekend.
When 11 News at Noon continues. Going green, St. Patrick's Day is in full swing. We'll show you how Washington is celebrating next.
And humble abodes, it's out with the mansion and in with the miniature. Stay with us.